Hey, what's happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to another episode of Rot2Rad. That's right, that's where we go out in the junkyard and we bring back something that's rotten and make it into something somewhat radical. Now, in the last episode or a couple back, I picked up this Ford F50 out of the junkyard. It has 180,000 miles on it. Did some body work to it. Got a nice bed, and I love a wood bed in the back of a truck. So yeah, we just wanted to tinker with it. This is another one of my projects, just side projects, just because I have nothing better to do and figured I'd do something in the M term. All right, now our last project last week was this 4x4 Viper. Yikes. I mean, I thought for sure people would yell and scream that this is blasphemy. How dare I, do this to a classic car? And I even got a friend of mine now that was in Florida. He's got two Vipers. So, I thought everybody would yell at me. But guess what? No. You guys came through. You liked it. So, yeah. So that is cool. We had a bunch of save votes. Only one sell vote. Sorry, Dixie. You got outvoted again. Now we're going to take this bad boy and we're going to put it in the parking area. Alrighty, so now what to do? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go out in the junkyard. We're going to find something that's relatively low miles, like 150,000 miles or less. Something we haven't done before, and we try to, when we paint it, we're not going to paint it the color that it originally comes in, even though I may like it. So that's what we're going to do, and that's where we need to go. So let's hit the junkyard and see what we can find. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the fun begins. This is like an adult playground for me. Trying to find something out here. Looks like an eagle talon right here. Is it a talon? Yeah, yes it is. We haven't done too many eagle talons, so this might be one of them we do. I'd like to do something different, but BMW M4, we've done a couple of those. I'd like to do something totally different, but I mean, there's only so many mods that I have subscribed to. And, Falcon Street Rod at 14,000 miles. That's a street rod. Holy cow. HQ Custom at 193. Cream with a blue interior, 154. What's this beastly thing? Oh, man. So, Hellcat Plymouth Volare wagon. I think I've done one of these before, but damn, I'd love to do another one. DeLorean we've done. This is a drag Pontiac GTO at 156. Camaro. This is Christine. It's another drag Ford Mustang. Let's see here. GTX. Oh, it's a Roadrunner 203. Mustang at 146. We got a lot of cars in here that are an SC. So what do we got over here? I'm always looking for some fun. Yeah, I've got one of these in the shop already, 203. But one that's in the shop is a custom I did. What is that thing back there? Oh, it's a... Yeah. I don't want that. Aston Martin DBS. GTR. No, I don't want to do one of those. Don't really want to do one of those again. So we got a couple of station wagons in here. You know what? Oh, what is this? This is one of the taxi cabs. This is a Bolt Escapade. Basically a Caprice 142. I don't think we've built one of these things. Thinking this might go donk. I think we're going to do this one. I mean, there's some other cars out there. Yeah, it had some pretty good low miles on. but we haven't done this one. This is why I wanted to do something different. What was the buy? What's the price on this? $56.79. Okay, so we're losing out a little bit of money here, but I think I'm gonna go a little donkulous on this. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think, yeah. So let's go ahead and buy it. Send it to the garage. All right. Donk life, here I come. All right, time to dress this pig. That's right. So how you guys doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. Yes, I am back in Ohio. I do apologize. There was so much stuff I've had going on in the last couple of weeks. I really apologize for the lack of content. It just, life has had thrown me a few curveballs, and I just was not able to recover. I mean, honestly, when life gives you hell, the last thing you want to do is sit down and do a video game, honestly. So I was kind of like stuck. I think this is the best word to say it. I was stuck. So when things go to hell, you get stuck and you don't want to do anything else, right? So yeah, so that's where I was, and I just did not want to. I just didn't want to do any videos at all. Just didn't have. My heart wasn't in it. How's that? My heart wasn't in it. So I was like, hell with it. I'm not going to do it. So I mean, time passed by. I think I've missed. Oh gosh, a lot of like my garage. Well, my garage. What I'm going to have to do with that is I'm going to have to do something, because I can't get it to work on my home PC. Working it on my laptop now. It works, but it does not work on my home PC. I've copied over files and everything else, but it's just not working. I got to tweak on that. So that was one video that may not happen for a week, maybe two, depending on what's going on. But I'm trying to get it to work on my desktop, my one I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to get that done. So if you don't see that happening, well, you know why. Let's go ahead and sell off all these parts. Don't need them. All right. So this car is a factory color of this ugly looking teal, right? It does come in variants of red, white, black, yellow, and red. I don't know. We want to do something donkulous, and I think I have an idea what I want to do with it. So we are going to go ahead and start stripping down the underneath. These wheels and tires are going to be goners. They're not even going to be. I'm just going to throw them away. That's about. Wait a minute. Disc brakes in the back. This bad boy. Wow. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to strip this thing down. And then when we do, I'm going to replace all the parts, get them all painted nice and pretty. And then we'll be back and we will reassemble this. Or as Johnny 5 would say, reassemble, Stephanie, reassemble. All right, I'll be back in a few. All right, I may have jumped ahead of myself on this thing. Going with this kind of purplish looking color right here. I think it's going to look good with the yellow springs on it. And I haven't quite decided what my outer color is going to be. This is kind of strange for the TK aftermarket. This thing in particular seems like it's not really working out that well with this cap. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, and if you have, how did you fix it? If you haven't, then I have to look at my system here on my desktop. After I save this and close out of it, maybe I'll open up my laptop and see if it does the same thing there. Really no idea. I don't know why that's doing this. But anyway, we've gotten this thing all put back together with this bright ass purpley color. I think it's going to look good because, I mean, it's going to be a donk car, right? It's going to be donks. It's going to be redonkulous. So yeah, this is where we're going to kind of soup things up a little bit in the garage, not just go with your typical hot rod look. I mean, last week was the 4x4 Viper. So this week, we're just going to donk up this car and see what we can do with it. Yeah, I take that. Right. Yeah, it's kind of frightening that doesn't fit. TK, I don't know if this is, I don't know if you're watching, but I don't know if this is your mod or is just something that's kind of screwy with the coating with the cabs. I'm not sure. But yeah, it is the cab DLC. Okay, let's see what we got here. Don't have anything but the drive shaft. So you notice I went ahead and put the exhaust system on. This is badass. Right, you have 2 mid exhausts and then rear exhausts, and then you have this pipe. So that means no matter what, we're going to gain a little bit more horsepower out of this engine because of those 2 extra middle exhaust pipes. They do add a little bit of horsepower. So that's going to give us a little bit of boost, which I am looking forward to. All right, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to take this front end apart. I'm going to revitalize it, buy new, and paint, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. I think I'll just go ahead and get rid of this crap while I'm under here too. So, all right, see you in a few. Alrighty now, let's go ahead and get this thing all put together. Stuck with the purpley color up front as well. I think you're gonna like the exterior color. I think I've got a couple of options I'm looking at right now, thinking about. So it might turn out pretty darn good. Nothing up front looks like it's kind of wonky like it is in the back. Now we are reusing the TK aftermarket lower and upper control arms. All right, so those don't seem to be too bad. It's only the funkiness is only in the back there. That might be for the coil over spring. I'm not entirely sure, or the coil over rear end. That might be where the problem lies, but I don't know. As you noticed, the engine compartment has been taken care of. Gotten everything in there, just the basic stuff. I will say, hang on one second, we'll go up there and take a look. Now, Barker, over on my Discord channel, was able to make like an additional programmable engine management system. So the AEM, this is the stage 2. So he's had that available and he let me use it. So yeah, if you see that, I think he may have a channel to where you can purchase that from. I think, I'm not quite entirely sure, but I figured I'd showcase it for you on this build. All right. I wanted to call it a livery, but I don't know if it's actually called a livery for these types of like small items, like all the stuff around the garage and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Up and lower. Oh, where am I going? There we go. I did look to see if we had any swap options in this car, because I didn't like the V8 single overhead cam, blah blah blah. I think it's tuned to 187 horsepower. So seriously, this car is way underpowered. Because this thing weighs a butt ton, and it needs some oomph to get it down the road. That's for sure. And it's not getting it from this build, unfortunately. Holy cow! Can't believe it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and dress the interior. Nice. And a steering wheel. We'll look for a steering wheel. So we go here, interiors. Nope, back. Interiors. I only wanted one. 2 of those. Now, if I go with something different for a steering wheel, I have an idea. Maybe that was the one I was thinking of. I'm looking here. I'm looking. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take the Reptila steering wheel for that. So it looks a little bit different. Okay, we only need one of those. We got to sell the other one. Let's get the interior all done up first. Let's see if that works out. Yeah, see, that's not working out. That's totally not working out. What is up with that? Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is go in here. Yeah, I'll tell you, 2 steering wheel. Ah. Oh, yeah. That's why. Okay, that's duh. I'm such an idiot. It's because I had one in there. So let's go ahead and go with see if 17 will work on there. Same issue. So this has some work that needs to be done on this puppy. Is that's totally messed up. Wow. You guys see that? Is that me or what? Okay. Anyway. Inventory, let's dump that out. Dump that out. Alright. Front end is done. We're going to go ahead and do the body work right now. Now, what has happened, I should say, because of my, I should have just done this. I don't need the bonus part on the roof because we are not doing that. Boop. There we go. No need to all the other horse shit. We are just going to put together. I mean, come on. All right, so the steering wheel needs to be touched up. I don't know if it's because of the TK aftermarket or not. Some of the mods may affect the game. And that certainly looks like it might be part of it. This big ass. All right, all done. All done, with the exception of the cab thing up there, and I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it on this one. This is just going to be a straight up donkulous. So we're going to leave that as is. All right. All right. There, like I said, there is no swap options. So the only option I have is this single overhead valve V8. Very underpowered. So let's see, where is it? There we go. That piece of junk right there. It says 222. Is it FME? FME. All right, that's the one. So it's the very last one of the whole bunch. There we go. All right. We're going to create this engine and we will be back. Mosh Gosh. And we'll put this thing together, give it some paint, and we'll see what we get. Right? Okay. Be back in a minute. All right. Engine is all put back together again. I kind of left everything black on top. Thought it would come a little bit better, a little bit different than what I've been doing in the past with all the chrome. And I put the donk wheels on. These are 25-inch rims. That's as far as my system will go anywhere. Yep, you were going in. So yeah, you are looking beautiful. So we got the 25-inch rims running 305s in the back, 295s up front. Would have went 315s in the back because that's the largest you can go. But it actually cuts into the fender wheel a little bit. So I didn't. I just stayed kind of tried and true and just kept it right there. All right. Nice drive shaft. This drive shaft fits in here a lot better than the original drive shaft. There we go. Yeah. Drive shaft still isn't quite there. A little bit of a gap in it. So this car has a little bit of issues with it, man. I can't believe this came out. Like I said, it's probably more than likely a TK aftermarket issue. More than likely. All right, we are connected. Looking at a starter. Yeah, I do not have the other mod on this. So I'm just going to have to. I realized it only after I started the game. Thinking, oh crap, I'm going to have to download that mod and put it on this PC because I've only got it on my laptop. All right, we are going to bring you down. And oops. And then what I'm going to do, grab myself a setup. License plates. Yes, Ohio. We are back in Ohio. Okay, I'm going to shut that. Put the plate on. I want to tint the windows. Windshield out. Go ahead and get rid of that. Uh, 75 tint. There we go. 75 tint. You go back. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to take it to the test path, fill the fluids, get everything lined up, and I'll meet you in the paint shop soon, okay? All right, meet you there. All right. Now, this car itself is not in 100% because I've got the front license plate and I don't have the cab thing on top. So, yeah, whoop-de-freaking do. We're not going to worry about it. My sole thing right here was going to be this right here. This blue metallic. Then I thought maybe I should go with a pearlescent job on it, but I don't think I like that either. I think metallic is the way to go. A chameleon. This is almost like what's underneath of it, right? So I think that's what I was going to do with it. I'd do a chameleon style look, but no. I think I'm still going to go with the metallic. It's a deeper blue. The wheels kind of pop off in there. You get a hint of blue in there. So I think that is going to work really, really well. It has no, see, it's yellow. I mean, a yellow taxi cab. That's actually pretty cool. Then we have that. We have Cloud City. Then just blue. So blue it is because it's not a cab. We've taken it off the streets of New York and we're fixed it all up. All right, let's send you over to the dyno. and see what we can get out of this thing. Now, the only thing we have to tune is the ECU. These are always fun. I don't know why. Ah, that was easy. 16%. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this bad boy. Like I said, stock is really only 187 horsepower. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. Oh, 379. So we got some nice numbers there. 433 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's actually pretty good considering. If we were to 3-star those parts, we might be able to reach. What's this? What is this? Factory power. Measured 379. If we were to 3-star the parts, I am sure. I'm almost positive we could hit 400 horsepower on this thing. Pretty sure. But that's not what we're going to do today. No, sir. No, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me for today. Now it's time for you to let me know. Do I save it or do I sell it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Nice big trunk. And I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Hurst Quayzar saying good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm out.